Okay. Back at it again. Right after I finish the thing. Back. There we go. So we just finished investigating. Now we're doing something. Now we're in court. That's what it is. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court number 4. We're going up against Edgeworth again. God damn it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Willpowers.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Are we the only 2 lawyers in this damn country? Holy shit.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Prosecution will show the court that on 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during this trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I'd like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I'll call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Alright. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Jesus, right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead later to that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of the death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was a murder weapon. I feel like I didn't do his voice right. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? I don't think I need to. Because I pretty much understood it. I think I'll probably remember that. Holy shit, I can't. It's not gonna remember for me. So the murder weapon was a spirit? How medieval.
Samurai spear added to the court record. This spear is found stuck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call this security officer to the stand. Alright. Time for testimony. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Well, the old bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. So when I was young, I was really old bag. But still, other children make fun of me because of my name. Can you believe it? Well, there's this captain in the chest. But he called me old bag as well, and he cried because...
Objection! I object to the witness' talkativeness.
Objection sustained.
The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
Let's just get to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we get to testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Jesus Christ, dude. All these voices are making my brain implode. Okay.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer, the rest had been doing a run-through since this morning. Well, I'd run some errands too. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyways, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., correct? Interesting to me because I saw a certain man walk right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there. He was heading toward the studio.
I can't keep up with these voices, I'm telling you, bro.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I already know what to cross-examine, because you didn't see him, you saw the costume. Day of the murder, yep. Actually, let's press. Okay. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to go into the studio... What? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, card key that I have. So what she's saying is that no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Hold up! Hold it! Okay, let's say hypothetically speaking, you can't get into there without a key card, right? And we found the key card we found Powers' key card in his bag, which was in the room. So how the hell could he go into the Studio 1 and kill him if he didn't even have the key card on him? Because it was in his bag. Brother, I solved it already. Brother, I am literally Ace Attorney. I am Phoenix Wright himself, dog. Anyways. Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the God Station? Poor Lady Hammer, since the morning, yeah. Well, I had some errands from that morning. Okay. What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, alright? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being the spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea.
Anyways, it was 1 PM when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5:30.
Okay, let's press this. Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio when I got back from the guard station.
Tell us what happened next. Okay, press this. You gotta press everything. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Of course. I'm a professional, you know. Are you criticizing how I do my job, Whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. What? Snipper Whapper?
Snipper Whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection?
So, this was on guard duty the whole afternoon.
The whole time.
Very well. What did you see?
Okay, I'm not gonna keep pressing. I'm gonna present some evidence. It was Powers, man. Okay. I'm gonna press and present. So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in here, Sonny?
Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Present the photo of not Powers, baby. Objection! Let's go. We got her. Let me get this straight, old bag. Mrs. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just about this, right? Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is that the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Did your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I was born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing that this witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have the proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man.
Of course I have proof.
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone was being so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. Didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has... Jeez, I can't talk. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
Witness testimony, the man in the photo.
I never say anything. I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had a sprained he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Okay. I'm just gonna press everything. I never say anything. I don't mean, mind you. I'm just gonna press everything.
Whippersnapper.
Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know that I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. You today always whining about each other, pointing fingers this way and that. Isn't enough to make an old lady cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Alright. That morning, didn't run through the action scene. I saw Powers trip and fall. Alright. Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better.
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony. She broke one of the props. He broke one of the props in the ridiculous. Okay. He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. The murder weapon and breaking the shaft has been mended with duct tape. How the hell could it stab somebody if it was mended with duct tape of all things? Whatever.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've had enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me, which is...
Where's this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're here? Are you sure you're sure, Honor? Object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. Also, I wonder if someone else
not caught on camera would have killed Mr. Emmer. You have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove the doubts from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
Witness's account continued. Okay.
The time of the poor old Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, if no one else went to the studio, it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I feel like the key card has to be special, because we found it in his bag. You know what I'm saying? The time of the photo is 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking? Right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio would have to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy? Old windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Can I present the evidence of, no one else went there? One person. Shit. Okay. Let's present this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you write. Right, make accusations, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? That actually does contradict it completely. Before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. Shit. Time of death was 2:30, true. The only person I saw go to the studio then was Will Powers. I don't know what to do here, I'm actually stumped. Let me present this, maybe that contradicts it. Let's present this. Let's see it. Alright. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. The photo was taken by the camera at the gate from the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 o'clock, photo 2.
Even I know what that means.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is a bit at the end where it says, photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo that day. Don't you think that it's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? I didn't even think of that. W. Phoenix.
Order, order.
Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I wanted to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. If there's only data for one of the photos, who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself.
Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. And the witness explained this to the court.
I don't understand these new fake computer things. Edgy boy, help. Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are, you whippersnapper too.
Whippersnapper.
Something the matter, Miss Holdbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
How long have I been recording for? Okay, 19 minutes, good. I have time. The other person, Jesus Christ, how many times are we gonna get this testimony?
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer to check them.
I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Mrs. Holdbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, honey. I only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this is terribly unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Alright, let's press the shit out of her. Another job.
That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are just so frustrating.
Throw any photos that aren't suspicious looking to see. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
No, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers' photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it, I remember that just on that day. What? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
Fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Did you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Those are your words. Well, if you must know, there's a train that goes into the employee area. We also saw that.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks.
Oh, and?
They're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased,
it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?
Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh, yes, well, his type are there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assumed it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield this samurai spear.
Impossible, I think.
It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why they erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. No forgetting vital information this time.
Jesus, man. Holy crap. October 18th, 11:08, District Court, lobby number 3. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I did go to the studio. I was just sleeping, honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done all this. Right. It'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the right person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sound like that. Alright, back in here.
We're now reconvened for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Let me save here. I feel like I should save here. Okay, there we go. Order? Interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
Assistant girl, a grade school board, security lady. Security lady, I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, possibly. But I feel like that's a red herring. Grade school board, they already said it's too heavy. No way a kid could carry that. Although there was a ladder that they could have used to get up on an angle and kill the guy. But he would have defended himself, obviously. The assistant girl has the keys into his office, into the dressing room. So I feel like it's the assistant girl. It was assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor. I feel serious. You've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Oh, remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury.
Powers a poor hammer right there on through. Oh, and me.
What about the assistant?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrop, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
Shit. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai. She could look the Steel Samurai. What? She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. What the hell does that mean? But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. What kind of takes on the legs? What kind of takes? That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned.
How? That's the only one that makes sense. Alright, we're loading. 12, 13. Alright. Loading back. Yes, yes. Probably not the boy, because he wouldn't have known that. Security lady. It was the security lady, Miss Oldbag. Or Weddy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury.
The security lady?
The security lady? Oldbag. What?
Whippersnapper. Hold on. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag, it's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. And she was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. And then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Miss Edgeworth,
does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, so you, what? I can't talk. Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. That's my move. Maybe now's my chance to take this whole way. Take this the whole way? Press further. This very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio?
The boy! The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Well, thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure?
Oh, or is it be nice to kids and meet your elders day, whippersnapper? I can't talk right now. I have proof.
But proof?
Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy cannot have committed this murder? Card key? Right? I can't, shit, I can't save. Oops. I can't save, why can't I save? Okay. Did he need a card key, right? Or card key, right? I'm gonna present that. Scene in the murder. As we all know, Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studio have a card key?
I see.
Well, will the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. Was that her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. The prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Jesus Christ, dude. I think my brain...
Whoa, wait a second. I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking on me. I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about?
Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, it's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? But by whom? Huh. You mean it was an Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, I'll testify.
No, shall we get another testimony? God damn it. Okay.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. If you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
What?
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap and always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness has power. Witness has the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, cross-examination.
Oh my God, we have to cross-examine again, brother. Jesus Christ, I don't even want to do the voice anymore. So you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We're all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? You should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without the director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people? The director was in the play area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There's a Studio 2? Yes, there was. But it was blocked off.
Well, if you look at the guide map,
here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but might as well continue. They said they had nothing to do with this scene. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that's silly.
Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So, you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Continue. Guess there's no harm getting as much info as I can. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. So you were told not to talk? That's right, by a studio and TV bigwigs, no less. There were some other people that directed something else. Okay. So they were actually in the studio?
Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came.
Kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. She really left him hanging on this one. But if you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting you get away scot-free. Okay. Them. Who are these people? Well, the directors and the producer for starters. The director? Okay, yes.
course. Surprised no one asked about it. So where are these people? Okay. The director was in the employee area all morning for the run through. He joined the producer. Where? I need to continue. I feel like there's something here. It had nothing to do with this. I told me they had been in the studio all day, but if you are going to get it for free. What can I present? 2:30. I feel like there's nothing I can really present anymore. Nick, I guess pressing her was the right thing to do. For an old windbag, she sure likes keeping secrets. Let's get as much information as we can. Didn't I already press about this? What do I have to press? Don't know how to talk, that's right. Okay, what did I not press? Who are these people? Studio 2. Take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director, the producer, and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Holbag. More information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. Since today's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers, that is all. Court is adjourned. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing.
Or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now it's my chance to get material for cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been an old windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's go down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks guys. Oh my god, dude. My brain can't take anymore, bruh. Dude, having to do that old woman's voice is actually intense. Yeah, we're title screen. Jesus. Oh my god. My brain is completely fried. Jesus.